So
What I'm trying to tell you is I walked into karate that night a white belt, but I left a brown belt.
Wheelchair first. Play one more time. I kind of want to put my cup in red. Oh my God!
I really am a late bloomer. It took me a while to do
I want to
things
get going.
first time I said I love you. How does anyone here remember the first time they said I love you to someone? And not like a family member or like a gorgeous plate of chicken parm. Do you remember? You can shout out how old you were when you first time you said I love you to someone. 13, 18. I was 32. Does anyone here remember the first time they had their heart broken? 13, 16. I was 33. That means that the first woman I said I love you to was also the first woman to break my heart, and she fucking got me good. This was like 10 years ago. Her name was Kate, and she was like the kind of woman that I'd always thought I could never get. She was beautiful and funny and smart. She was the kind of girl that I always had a crush on in high school, but we were just friends, you know? And I don't know if that kind of dynamic is familiar to people who come to comedy shows. But you know that thing where you're friends and one person likes the other person and the tension just builds until someone's like, Jocelyn, can I speak to you tonight? Boy, this is gonna end well. Then I go to a party and get kind of drunk and be like, Jocelyn, as I had mentioned earlier today, I wanted the opportunity to speak with you and let you know that I value our friendship so much, but I also need you to know how often I jerk off to you. And she'd be like, oh, Nikki, that is so sweet, but I think we're just better as friends. And I'd be like, yeah, that was the outcome I was hoping for. And then she would go outside and give a hand job to a lacrosse player with multiple concussions at a party at my house. Okay? But now, I'm 32, and I've met this woman, Kate, and we are in love. We're talking about moving in together, and we're having those conversations you have when you think you're with your person. You know, you're like, well, if we even had a kid, like, you know? What would we even name that, you know? And I was like, kilometer. Kilometer roll. It's a strong name. It's like, I'm a huge Miles Davis fan. But I'm like an even bigger fan of the metric system. So we were in it, and she gets a gig in New York, and we have a wedding in New York, and I fly to meet her at the wedding, and then we're gonna have this like really romantic weekend together. And we go to the wedding, and I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding with a person that you're dating, and you're watching the wedding, being like, is this like, would we? Like, I mean, I guess this little ring bearer girl's cute, but we would have like a dachshund in a white tuxedo hold the ring, right? And I'm watching the vows, and I'm just bawling. And then I look over at her, and she's crying a lot less. We go home after the wedding. Nick, we have to talk. And I'm like, about what? The future? And she's like, sort of. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I think we should break up. I'm like, what? What do you mean? We're great. She's like, no, Nick, we've been talking.